robots. We were just talking. We just changed the tape, and we've now got another whole side, but 45 minutes each side.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the things that discriminates human beings from some of the lower order animals and that, in that we have what we call free will.
Yeah.
And we will decide when we stop talking, won't we? We won't wait till a thing spinning around comes to an end and we all just sit looking blankly into space and wonder what we do next. When we will make rational decisions as human beings, well, that's it, we've said all the things we needed to say, and we will stop when that time comes.
Yeah. No, sorry, you trying to make a point.
No.
I was very hurt actually. One of the comments they made from our previous tape.
Yeah.
And that tape was the gesture of goodwill and that, because we wanted to apologise for our prior effort. And but all we got back, we had it thrown back in our face. I did not get much from that. Yeah, very poor information, but I didn't think it was that bad.
I was surprised at that. Yeah, because that was so we probably could have sold that tape.
We've offered the hand of friendship, and it's been thrown back in our face.
Yeah. Whereas Leonard, when he held his hand out, the hand of friendship up to that Aborigine Romeo's nightclub, and received a handful of spit.
Yuck. Oh, now these guys, I did enjoy listening to that videotape. I will be listening to that again. I do enjoy listening to you guys. I certainly don't want to denigrate your performance.
But I was a bit concerned about, because something Terry told me once, we were drinking a bottle of wine. I think it might have been one that Aaron picked up on his trip to Barossa Valley or something. And Terry made the point about a friend of his who he admired, and he said that he sees life as a very limited time span. You've got limited time. You can't do everything, so you go for quality. And as he said, he sees drinking a poor bottle of wine, an average bottle of wine, as a waste of both time and money and energy. He says, why not have a good bottle of wine? Why waste your time like that?
Yeah.
And so, to me, I felt for Terry sitting there spending 3 hours, because they could have got across in an hour what they got across, but they were stuck because the tape said 180, they were doomed to fill that up. They had no power over their own actions and that. And Terry could have been, listening to some classical music. He could have been drinking the nectar of the gods. He could have been doing so many things, and yet he had to fill in. He had 180 there in front of him, and like a program written by the Gabba or something, he had to go through each step until he reached the thing that said the end, the go-to end.
Yeah, the Gabba. The Gabba came in for a bit of stick, didn't he?
Yeah, I was a bit surprised, because there were two very caring people, and Aaron as well.
Yeah.
And it's a bit, I suppose it hardens you at a place like Canberra after a while. I mean, a guy like, say Geoff, who you'd expect to see up to his sort of knees in shit, in somewhere like Ethiopia, passing starving babies across to waiting helicopters and things like that. And yet here he is, a very hard man, not even prepared to help a guy with a hearing problem, and being very scathing about the guy. So this is the sort of what I've seen that change, because when I first met Geoff, he was the sort of guy who would give money to one of these charities.
Band-Aid.
That's right. Yeah. He'd be right behind it, and he would be listening to anything that like Midnight Oil, these sort of caring, say the Aborigines, etc. But now he just seems to have become hardened and just part of the system now. He seems to be part of the system. He's making money.
Got older.
Is that what it is? Oh yeah, I suppose it could be it. Yeah. You wouldn't think it was coming out of his mouth. It was his voice.
Oh.
But he's saying things that I didn't think,
you expect a 40-year-old to say.
Someone like Ronald Reagan.
Hold on, you are a 40-year-old.
Sorry. Anyway, so go on.
I don't know.
Now, where's another one of these cans? Let's hear that hissing sound on that.
Yeah. Well,
Boddingtons. Did we mention the Boddingtons?
No, we haven't. It's a. This is the best. This has to be the best for me. I don't know that you can. This is the best canned brew. It's not like the bloody bloody Foster's Lager.
Does it tell you on that? Does it say what you're doing on here? Shake it upside down and.
No, actually, this is something my father-in-law told me to do.
Ah.
He reckons it's But anyway, this is Boddington's Draft. We're talking one of the finest bitters in Britain.
Yeah.
The true pub taste it's got on the back here. 200 years, brewed for over 200 years.
God.
As old as bloody Australia itself.
Just thinking of that little exercise we're just doing. It's a shame we haven't got the video camera here for that. It's something that, if you did that in Australia, you just tip the can upside down and then shaking it.
Yeah.
You'd have people diving for the windows
Oh shit!
when you went to open it, wouldn't you?
I don't want you to. I won't mouth all over you.
Is it? Oh yeah, so you have to do it as well.
Now
I've never seen that done before.
That is just to get rid of the gases. You've got to get the gas to something about to. I forget how my father-in-law described it, but you've got to get the gas out.
Yeah.
And then when you pour it, you'll see for itself. You'll see the thing.
There's still stuff to happen here. Right.
Yeah, you've got to pull it right out.
And is your father-in-law being a Ponny, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he naturalised New Zealand or is he still?
I'm not too sure actually.
So he's now coming over here. He's coming to one of the worst winters ever.
Yeah.
But he's leaving a country.
Yeah.
That is almost a bloody
bankrupt
banana
republic. Oh, it is. Well, that is. He's coming out with some horror stories from NZ. Yeah, I will certainly not be returning there myself. There's certainly, as far as I can see, there's no future. Well, there's no big trading block like the EEC and that they can tap into, is there?
No.
Yeah, they can sort of hang on to the coattails of a place like Australia, but Australia itself needs to really hang on to the coattails.
Yeah, 16 million people, something.
Yeah.
So he doesn't see a big future for New Zealand.
Well, I don't know. I think I don't know. It depends who you talk to. He's still quite keen on the place because he likes the lakes. He likes the cleanliness of the air and that. And he comes from Rotorua, a place like that. So he doesn't like the congestion and dirt and that of Britain.
Yeah.
But my mother-in-law, you talk to her, and she's a very bitter woman.
Is she?
Yep, she loves England.
Does she? So she's back home now. She sees it as being back home.
Well, they're not over here for 3 months. It's not his bloody idea, mate.
Ah.
But I suppose I sympathised a bit with young Aaron because about the problems he has with in-laws and that.
Logistics.
Yeah, I must admit, we had a few scares. Not me personally, it was mainly my wife actually. She had a bit of a fallout with her father.
Ah.
But no words were exchanged. It was one of those ones where she just absorbed it, but she didn't retaliate it, which is in a way worse. Because she probably feels that she should.
It's really difficult.
But I won't go into that.
Yeah.
But I just thought I'd make the point that
it's a bit difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, in-laws and that and relations can be difficult, especially if they stay for 2 weeks. But I enjoyed them. They're quite good. As I say, with my mother-in-law, I can do no wrong. Yes. We are talking about bloody sun shining out of asses and stuff. Yeah, she bloody just
Yeah, I know.
She just absolutely loves me. But I think it's the trousers.
Right, yeah. I mean, your mother-in-law doesn't have the thick scowl that my mother-in-law has. I mean.
Oh, you met her, didn't you?
Yeah.
She's not a bad woman.
Yeah, I mean,
I quite like it.
I mean, you know yourself when you first saw my mother-in-law that
the flowers didn't smell.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it's a person who
the sun doesn't shine.
The world is a shit place, and everything's bad, and
men are bad.
Yeah.
So
it's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a waste of a human being.
This is bloody nice.
Yeah, you wouldn't be getting this in the... what was that thing known about the... what's it? Tooheys Red. Or blue.
Tooheys Red. Tooheys Red or laugh. What about a crap. I thought that is one thing that I'm going to hate about going back to Australia is the very limited and poor choice available when it comes to beers. Jesus.
Yeah, well, luckily I won't... possibly won't have to ever worry about that.
No, I will be going back, but
Yeah.
in Edinburgh, I went up. I've come back from a trip from an actual interview, but I won't talk about the interview much. But I'll talk about the actual place. This the beautiful Georgian town. Come off the railway station. There's the castle. The bagpipes are going. This guy in a kilt. Blah blah blah. There's the Walter Scott Memorial. So I go straight up. Walked up Cockburn, the Royal Mile, and went straight into a pub and asked for a pint of heavy. This is instructions from Kevin Vaughan here. What was the name? I don't actually know the name of the beer. I think it's
the Kilns or something. No,
it might have been Deacon Brodie.
Oh, the pub. Oh yeah, the Deacon Brodie. That'll be it. Yeah.
Oh, that's not the name of the beer. Okay,
no,
it might have been the Okay, so I had this heavy. Beautiful, Jesus! It was just a whole different league.
Yeah, it's even better. It's better than the English beer.
How would you describe the mother's milk?
Yeah.
When I said that to Anne, she thought I was trying to say something else there, but no, Edinburgh. Now I feel a bit pissed off when I speak to people like. I won't finish. I won't even finish that sentence. I was going to say about Geoff because Geoff came over here and he had a rotten time.
Yeah.
And I'm very annoyed that he had a rotten time because I can't.
Because there's so much to do here.
Yeah, there's so much to do. A place like Edinburgh.
Well, he was actually. I think on the tape he said something that when they come over here they will possibly buy a car here.
Yeah.
But they won't be worried about touring around England.
Yeah.
Because he's done that.
Yeah, he was very scared. That annoyed me a little bit.
He sees nothing here.
But I think this time round his problem might be solved because I think half the problem was he's trying to see a country by himself.
Yeah.
And he didn't have anyone. He didn't have anyone to say, well, look at that.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, the feminine influence.
Yeah.
Could make him see it through new eyes.
I'm not too sure what the joke is there, but I'm sure there is one. And bless her heart. I'm looking forward to meeting the young woman. I should say young woman, presuming that she's younger, but she could be older, couldn't she?
And with you now based in London, I might be able to come down. I'll be able to be there.
By all means.
We'll have the big welcome, the big reunion.
Yeah.
Yes,
there's one of the things I've got here. On my piece of paper, it's got Terry ? Which I suppose is fair enough for itself.
Isn't it?
But I noticed in our last two communiques, I think up to last year you were very keen on the idea of coming over and sharing a pint in the mighty murderer's arms or whatever.
Yeah.
But I noticed that we've mentioned it in prior communiques and that, but you've managed to not mention your future, or what's the word I'm looking for here? Will he be coming over?
When is he coming?
Is it a case of not having enough funds, or?
Didn't he say something in there about coming over?
No, he didn't, because I was hanging out. I was hanging out for. I'm waiting for Terry to say, well, you can expect me over too, fellas, or something like that, but it never came.
But how did he manage? He was on that tape for 3 hours without saying anything.
No, he said a lot, but he just didn't say, because he was talking about the autobahns and that, wasn't he?
That's right, yeah.
He was talking about...
Oh, no, I know what I mean, no. He didn't say anything about himself.
Oh, right, yeah.
Did he? I mean,
no.
Yeah, I mean, he said lots of things, but things that we could have got out of a book anyway. But when you're talking amongst your friends, you share information about yourself, don't you? And that's what friendship's all about.
He's probably saying, of course I'm coming. I said I was last year or something. But it could be that circumstances might have changed in that. He might have some very big schedule in that, and he can't make it over. But let us know.
Yeah, we want to know.
By all means, you'll be welcome to come over, as long as you don't mind sleeping on an airbed in a lounge with a sleeping bag. Well, that'll be embezzled anyway if you come over. Mm-hmm. But that'll be good. Or is
there's Norwich, the sights of Norwich. You can come up and see them here.
Norwich, my in-laws were very impressed with Norwich actually. They had 2 weeks here and it was never a dull day. But despite the rain and shit and that, but we're walking along the mighty River Winsome. There at the turn of the River Winsome is the mighty Cow Tower. Dated 1250 or something like that.
Well, I suppose they would never have seen that when they lived here, would they?
No.
They wouldn't have toured around much.
No, they didn't see Norwich at all. But walking along the very pleasant walk and the bloody like the canal boats and that going up and down.
It's pretty hard to reach.
And then we had a pub crawl along the Adam and Eve. And my wife was very annoyed. She said, "Why haven't we come here before?" And I'd say, "Oh, because Kevin said it was a load of crap."
What?
Yeah, I said, "Yes, they actually love the Adam and Eve."
Where is the Adam and Eve?
The Adam and Eve is Norwich's oldest pub. And,
that one?
Yeah.
No. The thing about it was because it's near the prison, near the courts.
Yeah, but it's a very nice pub.
Oh yeah, it's a lovely pub.
Well, when we went there, we had a great time.
Yeah, but it's no good for the big group. That was when we were going to take the group down there.
Okay, I stand corrected, but that's the reason why I didn't take it.
Yeah.
And then into the mighty Norwich Cathedral.
Yes.
The toast of Norfolk.
What was
that?
Just
bark or something?
No.
Anyway, so that what we're talking about. That was what we can. That's what you can show Terry. But yes, Norwich is good. But as I say, there's not many things around Norwich. But I suppose there's not many things around Canberra either. But I suppose you've got Junee and
yes. The thing is, here you can
Mannion House.
You can go and buy a house here, couldn't you? Well, I could buy a house here and live in it. That's older than Mannion House.
Yeah, that's what.
I can just buy one and live in the bloody thing, a cottage or something with a thatched roof and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's bloody, it'd be older than Mannion House, and I'd be bloody just living in it and that.
Yeah. That's for sure.
But I think Aaron made the point, didn't he, that the rocks are older in Australia than the houses here, aren't they? I mean, Australia's been there for millions of years.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's probably one of those points which I heard and instantly forgot. Sorry, mate. But you probably deserve it. In fact, I'm sure you do.
In fact, when
they do deserve it. Yeah. Okay.
Aaron, the family would be coming over eventually, wouldn't they? Well, they must have paid the house off.
Wasn't he the bloke who said that I have no desire to see Europe before I'm 50?
Oh, did he?
Well, that could have been my sister-in-law, actually. I'll get you and her mixed up.
Yeah. But I mean, he must be rolling in money. I mean, with Liz back working, and they paid the house. I think they paid the house off years ago anyway.
Well, probably several times
so
over.
All
probably
money,
stocks, bonds. And
their main problem at the moment would be where to invest the money because without losing value and stuff like that.
Yeah,
on the market.
Sure.
Yeah. Wish I had those sort of problems.
Yeah.
So, what else have we got?
Okay, we've got Terry question mark out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, I might as well. This is an article I've cut out of the Financial Times.
It's got a picture of Terry. Oh no.
It's got the heading 3 Rules for Getting Rich.
Yeah.
But I thought you might be interested in that.
Yeah, I would be actually. Am I going to be able to buy these things?
Well, basically, it's about a guy who's basically, it's a bit like Julian Mott.
Yeah.
He's made the money from the stock market.
Yeah.
But unlike Julian Mott,
he's kept it, has he?
He's only worked on a few. Well, the guy got this, you'd expect like Julian to be on the phone all the time and throwing funds around, swapping funds and that. But no, this guy, he's got 85% of all his money is just tied up in half a dozen blue chip companies and that.
Yeah.
And we're talking about very well known, Coca-Cola, GEICO, which is an insurance company, the Washington Post, things like that. And the 15% he allows himself the luxury to dabble around.
Yeah.
But unlike Julian, the figure was more like 100%.
Yeah. And also, I suppose he uses his own money rather than other contractors' superannuation money.
Don't remind me of that. But I was almost going to ask, any of you guys heard any news regarding? But do I really want to know? I'd probably be more interested in bloody.
I look at that with interest because I would like to get rich.
Okay, well, I suppose I just remembered. Thanks very much for the card congratulating us on the birth of our second child. Much appreciated, especially the comment of which Geoff made. I suppose now, Greg, of course, you'll be going to the NHS to get castrated or something, or being gilded.
Oh, that's right.
Some remark, but that is you've hit on a very sore point between Anne and I at the moment.
Oh, did you see that? There's a documentary going to be on. I don't know if it's already been on.
Yeah.
About the
vasectomies and that.
Yeah, it was like a choice type thing.
Shit.
What they don't tell you about the risks of vasectomy. There's been some very bad
Prostate
horror
cancer
stories.
and that.
There's been some really nasty horror stories.
Yeah, the simple operation,
Yeah.
the simple snip.
It's a very bad thing because it's unlike the female operation, because I mean they don't keep sort of shoveling stuff down into the bits that have been sealed up, do they?
You talk about bloody sperm being bloody thrown down tubes and that,
Yeah.
hitting brick walls,
Hitting a
and
dead
stuff,
end and that, yeah.
and just mini explosions going off in your testicles.
I suppose also it's microsurgery too. I mean they're still working on a lot of that
Haven't
type of stuff, aren't
perfected
they?
it.
Yeah, it was with the women's one. It's a big sort of, they can just use a bloody saw and an axe and stuff and get it stuck into it. It's still.
I'm not too sure what the answer is. I tried to use some of your logic about, in 10 years' time anyway, you will be prescribed the mini pill, blah blah blah, because of hormone replacement or something like that.
Yeah.
But that cut very little ice.
Yeah, no, I've got a tape of yours. I've got a tape from you in New Zealand when I was over here, in which, well, in fact, no, it was to Australia, I think, in which you made the point that you are looking. Anne is looking to a very big family, so this is down the track quite a way before this problem comes up.
Yeah, I don't think we are looking at a very big
You're
family.
looking at a very large family.
No, it's a very major thing for a woman to have a baby. I don't know how these surrogate mothers do it. You know, the whole physical thing and that, whole emotional, the whole lives and that just get thrown up in the air and they just get dumped down again.
I suppose it's something they get better at practice. The ones that have it every year, I mean, the ones that have about 10 or 11, they have baby every year on the year, sort of thing. Sometimes more than that.
That is amazing. I think I'm quite happy with 2, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think financially,
Oh yeah,
great,
financially.
but and also that I think there's only so much time you can spend with your kids. I think with 4 or 5 kids, you're going to be pressed to try and bloody cater for each one. I don't want to get myself in a situation where there's some run from the pack and that which misses out, which happens.
Yeah, that's a point, yeah.
So I'm quite happy with putting.
So someone's got to take the big step into the surgery.
Yeah, I think Aaron described it once as 2 bricks and that, and then just jammed together. That sort of seems to be my story. But I also I think I was really on the back pedal with Anne, and I tried to make the point that my sperm might be of national importance. Because there are a lot of women, women in their 30s and that, they're just looking for donors and that. Quality men and that. And physically, intellectually.
I'm not sure that there's any people that answer that description anywhere, either making this tape or listening to it.
Well, that's how I painted myself, unfortunately, and
they wouldn't have cut any ice at all.
No, she didn't quite see what I was trying to get at there.
I thought it was quite, when I was talking to Glenda about it, I mean, there's almost an element of vindictiveness in it. Just sort of, there's almost, it came straight out, I've had to suffer pain.
Yeah, why not you, mate?
Yeah, that's a bit of a worry, isn't it? So did that come out?
Of course, yeah.
I was called a wimp or something at one stage.
Yeah. Well, she wouldn't call me that, but...
No, I think the word was used in my direction, and because I was brutally honest and said, well, I'm not interested in going and suffering pain. Not for no reason than that. Disadvantage sometimes. So what else is there? You've got a few any other articles that you could shed light on these guys?
I suppose these guys will be interested that we are still keeping an interest in Australia.
Yeah.
And we see that Bob Hawke, of course,
I thought you were going to say something about the pies or the Hawks or something.
No, don't be stupid. It's only sport, isn't it? I was talking about politics and that.
Yeah.
Has given the boot to his former protege, or the heir apparent, Paul Keating.
Yeah, that's a good.
And here we go. Hawke reshuffle tips Labour government to the left. So presumably he had to buy the left and that to get the votes and that.
Yeah.
And here we have a picture, John Kerrin, treasurer with a stockpile of jokes. Okay, so they make a point in this article about one of the jokes he's famous for, and he's very critical of the Treasury at one stage.
Yeah.
You have Keating in that, and he's made some of the jokes have a sharp political point, such as his definition of a waste: a Treasury car going over a cliff with 3 empty seats. Yeah, but he doesn't sound like a bad guy, does he?
No.
But I suppose who's the opposition leader? It's no longer John Howard, is it? It's the other guy, Hewson, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I don't know anything about that guy.
Yeah, but that'll be interesting to see how the Libs do. But
yeah, that's right. It's got a better future. Someone was saying to me today, I think it was the VAT man said to Glenda, that there's going to be a vote, a referendum on a republic in Australia.
you joke.
No, that's what was definitely the big thing.
I don't believe that for a second.
There'll be people out, there'll be some of the old diggers and that'll be out in the streets,
Yep.
you know, waving the Union Jack and that around and that, saying, you know, we fought for this flag.
Oh, right.
It's a crucial piece of paper.
No, there's just going on more about Australia. They tend to be a bit critical of the Keating Hawke thing. Mishandling of the economy has drained away support from Australia's long-serving Labor government, and it's the article is headed up "Riding to the End of the Wave."
Mm.
Yeah. What else have got here? Okay, it seems to be Australia's. I've got here: Australian perks up as the inflation rate falls, but poor economic growth is holding the market in check. So it's got a very weak economy at the moment, but it seems to be got out of the recession, according to
Yeah,
the
well, that'd be good. Yeah, it'd be good to get.
Well, it's better than bloody Britain at the moment, which seems to be really entrenched at the bottom of the recession, isn't it? I mean, it's
Britain.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's stuffed. I think part of that is because of they're tied to the Deutschmark and
Not the exchange rate mechanism.
piece on that. Yeah. They've got no control over it anymore. I mean, it's all just being used as a toy by people like Julian Mott,
Yeah.
only on a bigger scale.
Yeah. Julian Mott probably
Shit.
got Qantas to cut workforce by 3,600 as sell-off looms. So this does not sound too good. I think they've had a huge bloody loss for the year. Not too sure if it mentions how much exactly. Oh, here we go. Expected to make an operating loss this year between 350 million and 500 million for the current financial year.
Christ.
It's a lot of bloody do-re-mi.
Yeah.
Just for a bloody, a country's airline.
Actually, looking at that.
But that also goes on about Australian Airlines, of course.
Yeah. No, this is Australian Airlines, isn't it?
No, that hasn't touched Australian Airlines, the domestic carrier.
Oh, right.
So that's just talking about Qantas and that.
Yeah, looking at that though, that triggers off a thing I read yesterday or the day before, which answers a question you asked earlier today about whether you should have another iron in the fire.
Oh, yeah?
And I was just thinking that there's a disaster, a nightmare sort of headline yesterday. Car makers at the pits, they have the worst thing they can possibly have.
Yeah.
So that makes you think that maybe
a place like Ford Motor Company.
Yeah, you wonder. You're not going to be employed by them though. I mean,
I'll be Logica.
Yeah, so they'll move you to like a pawn on the board and that.
Yeah. Although I don't know how I'd stick that, but that does not mean that a lot of other industries. I mean, we all know.
Yeah, the real suffering. Yeah.
That the insurance industry is going through at the moment.
Oh yes.
With Lloyd's, the insurance side of Lloyd's is just phenomenal losses. I mean, they're just rewriting bloody record books and that.
Yeah, but this would be. Terry would have an erection listening. This wouldn't he?
Yeah.
As an economist.
Oh yeah. Well, he wouldn't want it. Yeah, we could talk. Of course, we could talk about the way the West Indians and that are batting and that against the might of the MCC or whatever it's called, the English.
We could, yeah.
But we won't.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, is that about it? Or have we said all? Or have you got a few more?
We don't want to labour any stuff. No. As mentioned before. But, you've got a full day work tomorrow, but I suppose they did talk about music for a while.
Oh yes.
We got damned. I got damned because I admitted that I had the CD player in that, and that I was building up a music collection on a bedrock of 60s CDs and that, compilation albums, but also the Jimi Hendrix experience and that, and all that, and came in for a bit of a damning attack in that, by the likes of Geoff and that. But I suppose I should say, since my last correspondence, that I have had I have been, what's the word? I've been exposed to music from this era, and I'm now a big fan of. In fact, I might put, if we've got room on the tape, I'll put some of the stuff that I'm into at the moment. Stuff like I don't know what. Happy Mondays, I suppose. I quite like WFL. I don't know if that was a hit over there. The classic from Jesus Jones, Who, Where, Why.
No.
Have you heard that?
No.
Brilliant. Oh shit, so good.
The classic.
And Ride, Taste. Was the band Ride over there a hit with Taste? I'll try and put it on at the end there, but I must so my music influence. Yeah, they're all very 60s, because he made the point that they were reverting back to a more psychedelic, almost 60s type. So that might be the connection why I.
So you're taking up on.
Yeah, well, I do. That music does appeal to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the revamped.
Yeah, whether it be in the 60s or the 90s, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that was my point about music.
Okay, yep. And you'll be educating them with a few.
Yeah, if I can get, you might want to talk. You might want to have something you want to say.
Well, I think I already have.
Well, maybe we should just tie up the tape.
Yeah.
By saying, Terry, Geoff, Aaron, if you can drop in, any time. This might be the last time Kevin and I will be able to get together.
Well, now they've got two.
We'll be in different towns, won't we?
Yeah, they've got two drop-in centres now.
Yeah. I suppose you'll be coming down the line and that, but whether or not we'll want to spend all our time in front of the cassette deck, that might be.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, you'll be wanting to take me into one of these, a typical English pub in Basildon.
Yeah, built in 1974 or something. No, but we had the type of thing I was talking about was the very good family barbecue that we had the other month. That was very, very good, I thought.
Yeah, on the banks of the
mighty River Windsor,
which
flows through the heart of Norwich.
Yeah.
And on the board's got a fine city.
That's right, exactly what it is. Yeah. Yep, so on that note, I haven't got any more to add.
I don't think I have.
You've got some music to add when you get home with this tape recorder.
I'll bid farewell to you guys, and see you later, and hope to hear from you soon.
See you later, see you get here.